think the really important thing is not to listen too much to what's out there. And that's difficult to do, especially when you know nothing. But ultimately, if you want to outperform the market, you have to do something different from the market. And not only do you have to do something different from the market, you have to be right. Because if you just do something different from the market and you're wrong, well, you lose. So I think the training from the beginning is to think independently, and that's pretty difficult at the beginning when you don't know much. But at the end of the day, you have to have your own opinions, and that includes those of you who are playing at home. You have to have your own opinions. Another important lesson is to be in it for the long term. We buy stocks we think are underpriced. We think that the market's not valuing them fairly. But we don't know how long it's going to take before the market does value them fairly. One stock we've invested in, we started at the end of about 2016, was QBE. Rapidly increased in price when Donald Trump was elected on the back of what people perceive as increasing interest rates. Had many stumbles over the past couple of years. And eventually came back to where it started. So we'd gone nowhere. But now, finally, after 2 years, it looks like the thesis that we initially invested upon was coming true. You know, a change in the insurance cycle, meaning that premiums are going up, potentially increasing interest rates, and the brokers have come around to our view. We don't know how long it'll take from here for the investment thesis to come right. In fact, even if it does ever come right, but it's certainly looking that it's heading in the right direction. And that's 2 years of waiting. Could be more years. We tend to invest with, changes, but say a 5-year investment horizon. So you've really got to be in there for the long term, I think. And that relates to another thing I've learnt, which is to ignore the short-term noise. So often when results come out, you see this laser-like focus by the market on the next 5 minutes, or the next month, or the next 3 months. But actually what matters for a company, we think of ourselves as part owners in the business. The owner of the business, well, cares about what's happening in the next 3 months, but cares more about what's going to happen in the next 5 years and 10 years. So often the commentary in the market is so short-termist, and what we're really interested in what's happening in the long term. So I guess this is the converse to my previous point, which is focus on the long term, but ignore the short-term noise that inevitably comes through the market.